Hi, thank you so much for joining me today on Talk with Joyce. This is still Talk with Joyce, and I am glad that you could click in. We're still talking about tips for masters of ceremonies and would-be masters of ceremonies. So I get this question, Joyce, how can I keep my audience happy without being a comedian? Or what's the value of comedy? Or what do I do if I'm not a comedian and yet I want the audience to be happy? I'll just wrap it all together in one. Yes, it is possible to keep your audience happy without being a comedian. And yes, the value of comedy is quite high because people want to be happy, and most times very good comedians make people happy. And when people are happy, they stay more engaged during the event. So now, if you are willing to learn to use jokes, you can actually get somebody to write jokes for you and probably pay for that service. But you need to also be able to carry it with the right kind of charisma. So that would take an amount of practice, which you can do and get done. If you cannot go down that route, you can begin to use real life stories. For example, I used the story once of when I taught my son how to say no thank you to people when they offered him their drinks and their food. And then one time somebody came to the house and somebody offered him, she came to the house, and for what we offered her, she offered my son. And he took the drink, he drank it down and looked at the woman and said, "Auntie, no thank you." Of course, I use that story and people laugh, but it's a true story, okay? So when things happen in your life, take note of some of these things. They could come off as funny without necessarily being a comedian. Because some of the best comedians, they just bring out real life incidents and share, right? So reflect, use things that are real, that can be connected to. And most importantly, condition your mind. Tell yourself that the audience will love you, the audience will enjoy you. Relax, and then your audience will relax. If you, as the master of ceremonies, if you are tense, you are uptight, guess what? Your audience will be uptight as well. If you're really scared, you will make your audience edgy. So do things to relax yourself. Say to yourself, Joyce, people are going to have fun today. People are going to have a great time. It's going to be so good. And guess what? By the time you get there, your mind begins to think productively. Some things could happen right there at the event that you could pick up and use. I personally like to use games, and I like to throw questions, and it gets people engaged. We need to read, we need to study, we need to have a wide variety of knowledge that I call it a bag of tricks. You need to have things in your bag of tricks that you can pull out from time to time, whether you're a comedian or not. And of course, there's the good old partnering with a comedian. Give him or her times during the event to come up and do their skits while you continue with the serious part of the business. I hope this has helped. I hope to see you again on Talk with Joyce.